the signing of your 3.3 billion credit facility from Nigerian banks. Well, this is said to be the largest and the first time that Nigeria is experiencing a project of this magnitude in this particular sector. Why are you taking on refinery, petrochemical and fertilizer as a project of this nature at this moment?
Well, at this moment, because it's first of all for us to show that we really do have confidence in our system. We have, we trust what Nigeria is all about. And if we don't invest as Nigerians, there's nobody that will come and invest for us. We need to drive that manufacturing aspect of it. And plus the business makes quite a lot of sense because, we're investing $9 billion in one single location, which has never ever been done anywhere before. And I can assure you, by 2016 ending, Nigeria will be able to export petroleum products, at least for the first time. Nigeria will be able to also export fertilizer for the first time. And we're doing quite a lot. We're also doing in sugar, which will be launching before end of the year.
Okay, when you say that for the first time Nigeria will be exporting, what is the focus of the project? To provide enough for the country or primarily for export?
No, it's mainly to provide and close the gap of imports. We want to make sure that Nigeria stop importing petroleum products. We want to make sure that it is totally eliminated. If it's not eliminated, I can assure you it's going to be a major challenge by importing petroleum products that will service 200 million people by 2020. And that is why I think somebody has to move. And we have actually, we have made this bold move. The government have actually created the enabling environment for us to come in and invest this much amount of money.
Well, to build a petrochemical plant with fertilizer and also refinery, one would expect that it will take some time. As of today, you've just signed the facilities, you've signed the credit facilities for this loan. What is your projected time for establishing and launching the...
Our projected time is actually 3 years down the line. Okay, it's 3 years down the line. Being that it is 3 years down the line, it means that we must have done quite a lot of work. As I'm talking to you today, the LC, the letter of credit for the fertilizer, had already been issued by the banks about 3 months ago. What we have done today is a portion of the bank loan that which we have signed. We have already put in our own money, which is equity contribution of $3.5 billion. We have also mentioned the DFIs and also ECS, which is Development Financial Institutions, of which central bank have actually allowed us to tap a window, which we've taken, 15 years money at 7% for the amount of 50 billion naira, which is part of the $2.25 billion. The $2.25 billion is the only one that we have not finished, wrapping up. And we are on the way, we are going to wrap it up. But for now, our equity of 3.5 billion is there. The 3.3 billion which we have signed, which is already, on. We have it in various banks in Nigeria, in naira, some in dollars, and we are, spending those ones to establish letters of credit, orders, and also giving, other supply contracts. So we're on. We've signed it today because we want to assure people that, yes, the project is a reality, it's happening, and it's going to be concluded by 2016 last quarter.
Okay, now let's take a very quick look, if we can, on petroleum refinery. We don't have one that we know the capacity is, it's operating at full capacity. What's the projected capacity of the one?
Our projected capacity is going to be at 20 million metric tons of various products, from gasoline, diesel, aviation fuel, kerosene, and then the other byproducts will be slurry, for is raw material for making carbon black, carbon black is what you use to produce tires. And we're also going to have 650,000 tons of polypropylene plant. We are going to do a bit of LPG also. So, it's integrated plant. It's not just refining capacity. It's integrated. And all these products that I've mentioned, we're extracting them out of the crude oil. So that's why our own refinery costs a lot of money, but also will give us more profit than the normal refineries that you see in Africa.
Okay, so, but a lot of people will be asking, what will be the projected amount of petrol we will expect to process on a month-by-month or annually from that refinery?
On daily basis, we'll be processing 400,000 barrels. And when you take that, you calculate it by the number of 340 days of operation, it means that we'll be able to produce 20 million tons. 20 million tons is a huge capacity. At the moment, Nigeria does not consume up to 20 million tons of, products.
The entire consumption?
The entire consumption, yes. We alone can cover the entire consumption by 2000, and based on the projection, by 2016. And, NMPC too, they are doing quite a lot to make sure that they also, spend more money to bring back their own production onto the table.
Okay, so in terms, just to wrap up now, when you look at the fact that you already have some farms all around the country, will it be your interest in farming that has led you to look at fertilizer as well as part of this project?
Well, actually, fertilizer came first. We intend to do the fertilizer because so that we can make it available, we can make it specific to what you want to do. Whether you want to do sugar, you want to do cocoa, you want to do rice, it's a different type of fertilizer. And also to make it cheaper so that we don't continue to import and keep putting pressure on our infrastructure. But then, we're into sugar. So sugar, because of the new policy of backward integration of the government in sugar, which is very, very attractive, we believe that it is only the right thing to do. It's the only right thing to do by creating a lot of jobs. Because in the sugar, while we're investing $2 billion, we'll create almost 750,000 jobs. So, and we're doing that in about 7 states, across the northern part of the country, which will help and reduce a lot of social problems. And, we're going to chase that very, very aggressively. And we believe by Dangote going in, other people too will look at it and say that, look, commercial farming really pays, and they will also join us.
Okay, well, just a final word then. The governor of Central Bank mentioned something that was quite apt at the signing of the credit facilities. He said that his advice to most of Nigerian billionaires is don't stop trading but invest more in industrialization and manufacturing. What will be your word in terms of that? Because some people don't want to.
What he said the right thing. But I will add to that. And I think Nigerian billionaires should try and always bring their money back home and invest, because they are sending wrong signal by stacking their money abroad, earning less than 1% on their deposits. When we have a lot of business opportunities here, it's true, there are risks. But wherever they are, even in banking, there are different types of deposits. When you now put deposit for higher interest rates, definitely there are some elements of risk. Okay, and there's nothing that does not have risk in life. Today, you don't know if you move out of here, whether you get to your destination or not, only God knows. So in anything that you do in life, there's risk. But this is a calculated risk. It's not a risk. I advise these same Nigerians, rather than sitting on the fence, they should bring their money back home. They should invest in Nigeria, and I'm 100% sure they will see the results, because there's nowhere on earth you can make money like the way you make here in Nigeria.
Okay, thank you very much. But just to find out, the location is Olokola.
Olokola is between Ogun State and Ondo State.
So why that choice place?
Because the choice is giving us a very deep sea where we can now bring in massive vessels to offload our product, and also, to offload our crude, and also to load our products out. Okay, some of the products will go by sea, some will go on trucks, some will go by rail when rail is fixed.
So when we expect this to happen, what
It will
percentage
happen-
of the unemployment in Nigeria is this supposed to eat into?
It will.
We're talking of how many
Help
people
quite a
you're
lot,
looking at
especially
employing?
the agricultural. This. I personally believe, by the time that we implement all this, definitely in a company like Dangote Group, we should have not less than. I can assure you, will be the highest employers of labor in the country, higher than anything else. We'll be employing at least something like 750 to 800,000 people. And even if you don't make money, it gives you a lot of pleasure, and you drive a lot of happiness. You remain a very happy person, seeing that you are giving jobs and also life opportunities to 800,000 people. We'll continue to do that. We'll continue to invest, and I think it's the right decision for people to invest in Nigeria.
Alhaji Dangote, President of Dangote Group, thank you very much for sparing time to speak with us.
Thank you very much indeed for talking to me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.